So one of the most asked questions when people call to talk to me about buying a home on the Treasure Coast is the property tax rate. Boring, but important. So let's talk about that. Hey, I'm Steve Kimos, a local realtor here specializing in new construction in beautiful Port St Lucie, Florida. Now, when looking at taxes, property taxes in particular, it's not a level or apples to apples comparison. We can take a look at raw numbers, but that doesn't tell the whole story because what you get for your money varies greatly between counties and varies even more within different areas of the county. So let's go sit on the back porch and talk about it. Now, the Treasure Coast consists of 4 counties, Northern Palm Beach County, Martin County, St. Lucie County, and Indian River County. Now, before we get into the raw numbers, let's look at the median sold home prices in the counties on the Treasure Coast. The median home prices can be deceiving because home prices vary within a county. So a 2,000 square foot home out in West Palm Beach County might be $500,000. But if you move it closer to the actual city of West Palm, it's $600,000. But the median sold home price gives you a starting point for comparison. So the median sold home price in Indian River County in 2024 was $365,000. In St. Lucie County, it was $386,000. In Martin County, $485,000, and in Palm Beach County, it was $490,000. So you see, the further south you go, the more expensive the home gets. Same goes as you get closer to Orlando. So I pay roughly $2,000 more a year in taxes in Port St Lucie and St. Lucie County than in Martin or Palm Beach counties. But I paid $80,000 to $100,000 less for the house. So just divide how much more you pay in taxes into how much more it costs to live in the more expensive county. Now, in this example, it would take me 50 years to paying the higher tax to eclipse the $100,000 I saved by moving to St. Lucie or Indian River counties. The other counties down south of Orlando just get more expensive. Now, talking more raw numbers, overall the property tax rate in Florida is low at 0.80% as opposed to 0.99% nationally. And there are 2 types of property taxes: ad valorem, which is according to the value of your home, and non-ad valorem, which are flat fees like trash removal, stormwater management, and such. And non-ad valorem taxes vary a bit from neighborhood to neighborhood, as do the CDD fees, which also come on the property tax bill. So all of that is to say, keep in mind when looking at raw numbers, as things aren't quite equal, but we're talking as if they are. Now, furthermore, another thing to keep in mind is there's no state income tax in Florida. So even if taxes are higher than where you currently live, that's offset by the lack of state income tax. I have customers that moved here that save $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 to $25,000 more a year in their paychecks just by being a Florida resident 6 months and 1 day. So why do you think a lot of the sports stars claim Florida as their primary residence? Makes sense. Now, car insurance is on average a couple $100 more a year, and homeowners insurance can be $1,000 or $2,000 or more a year, depending on how close to the coast you live or if you're in a flood or a storm surge zone. But again, no state income tax. Now, tax rate is usually expressed in mils, or 0.1% or $1 for every $1,000 of tax assessed dollars on your home. The property tax rate, which is millage rate and assessed value in Indian River County, is 0.89. In St. Lucie County, it's 1.31, and in Martin County, it's 0.98, and Palm Beach County, I believe, is 1.11. So as you see, despite the actual city of Port St Lucie reducing their millage rate for the past 9 years, Port St Lucie still has the highest property tax on the Treasure Coast. In fact, it's one of the highest in Florida. But you pay a lot less for a comparable house than you would in a lot of the other counties. So along with millage rate, you have the value of your home. Now, as I said, property tax is determined by the millage rate and the assessed value. So there's 2 types of appraised or assessed value: bank or market value and tax assessed value. Now, tax assessed value is much lower than market value and is also affected by the homestead or Save Our Homes law. So if your property is your primary residence more than 6 months a year, also keep in mind you can only have 1 main property nationally. You get 2 benefits. The first benefit from homestead is no matter how much your property rises in appraised or assessed tax value, your property rate is capped at 3%. Second, you also get to knock off $50,000 off your assessed taxable value. Take a look at this example. Now in this example, this is my trim notice. So every August, you get a trim notice, or what they call a truth and millage notice. It's a fairly accurate assessment of what your taxes will be. So take a look at my actual trim notice and you'll see some years ago I paid $440,000 market value for the home with a $315,856 taxable value. That's when you take out my homestead exemptions and boom, there's how much I pay in taxes. Now you add in the non-ad valorem taxes and there's your total tax bill. So for the house I paid $440,000 for market value, I'm paying $9,054.52 in taxes. Now just for reference, as a ballpark, a $500,000 house in Port St Lucie will cost you $10,000 a year or $833 a month. That's all in. Ad valorem, non-ad valorem taxes, NCDD fee, all that in there, that's what you're going to pay. Keep that in mind as we shop for a house for you. Now my final thought on taxes is that Florida has a sales tax and it's 6%, but local municipalities tack on 0.5% there. And that's the total tax picture on the Treasure Coast in Florida. So that's a little more than a cursory look at property taxes and taxes within the counties on the Treasure Coast. So I hope you found this video informative. If you have any questions, be sure to contact me. My information's on the screen and in the description below. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.